Will Clay 25 is back too. Follow him on all platforms. You've given us some new energy for the stream.
I'm looking at our chat. I'm just sitting here reading chat, ignoring all of you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not ignoring you.
That's exactly what's happening.
Talk when I can. Anytime Reed's not doing something important.
Lightning bolt.
Hot beef injection.
While we're sitting here,
Freaking hot in here.
Yeah.
Gotta get underneath the anvil and cool it down a little.
Alrighty, welcome back everybody to our latest severe weather coverage. I hope everybody's having a good afternoon thus far. We have a pretty busy day of severe weather ahead. Believe it or not, there is a very significant threat of severe weather today across many areas in the Central Plains, back into the Midwest and the Tennessee Valley. We are expecting a widespread threat of severe weather, including significant damaging winds as high as 90 miles per hour, very large hail, and the risk of a couple strong tornadoes in this environment. We are talking about the potential again for a really significant day of severe weather. I think this day is kind of being slept on a little bit in terms of being a more elevated severe weather outbreak potential. So we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of storms going up right now. It's going to be a very busy next 7 hours or so here from Kansas back over to Tennessee and as far north as Wisconsin and Michigan. So we're going to get right into what's happening right now. Currently, we have a tornado watch in effect. This does include areas like Kansas City, St. Joseph, back into McPherson, and Salina. And this will go all the way until about 11 p.m. Central Time. All right, so if you're in Missouri and Kansas, we have this large tornado watch in effect where we're at least expecting the risk of a couple of strong tornadoes, in addition to damaging wind gusts as high as 70 miles per hour and also some large hail across these areas. There is also a new severe thunderstorm watch that was issued within the last really hour or so here back over Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. It doesn't include Omaha, but areas like Lincoln and Beatrice are included in this for mainly a damaging wind and hail threat, but a couple of tornadoes are going to be on the table. If you look at this area right here in far northern portions of Kansas, this is where we have a large cluster of thunderstorms developing right now. And currently, this is mostly producing large hail and damaging wind gusts. We don't have really anything too major in terms of a tornado threat yet, but this storm over here near Hanover, north of Washington, is actually producing tennis ball sized hail. So we are starting to see some very large hailstorms develop right now, and this is one of them. It's currently tracking towards Hanover, going towards Marysville, so be preparing now for a very high-end hail threat as this continues to move to the east. We also have a storm near Republic and as well as Belleville that storm chaser John McKinney is on right now. He's on the bottom left side of your screen, and this is producing 70 mile per hour damaging wind gusts and golf ball sized hail. And down the line, this area of thunderstorms here is going to become a large line of thunderstorms, and that's going to go all the way down towards Manhattan, Topeka, and even back into Kansas City, and long term it'll go towards Springfield. You can see that storm right now. It has a pretty nice little shelf cloud on it. You can see that here from storm chaser John McKinney. Giant rain shaft on the left, and some of that white that you're seeing on the far left there, that's actually going to be hail that is currently falling out of the storm. So we have a decent amount of quarter, half dollar, up to golf ball sized hailstones that are falling out of the storm right now. Going back over to live radar, Kansas City is dry as a bone right now, but that's going to change in a couple of hours because what's happening off to your north is the big concern. We have a couple of supercells that are attempting to organize right now in extreme northeastern Kansas. That's where storm chaser Jacob McMillan is. He is currently live bottom middle of your screen over here near Padonia, just east of Sabetha, and this area of storms will eventually, we think, become discrete. And once it becomes a bit more discrete, there will be a higher end tornado potential as long as it doesn't upscale very quickly. The big thing with today is the line of thunderstorms that's developing off to the north, but if any discrete supercells can be maintained in this environment, the tornado threat would definitely be on the higher side of things. We also have storm chaser Cannon Collin just west of St. Joseph. He is currently heading directly towards that area of storms as well. We also have storm chaser Tornado Pagey and Edgar O'Neill. They are back down here north of Topeka right now. Tornado Pagey is heading northbound right now on US Highway 75, and we are expecting a couple of supercells to develop right in this area here over the next hour or two. You can actually see right here, there is a little outflow boundary that is very faintly visible on radar right now, and that outflow boundary is where storms are going to try to initiate off of. Also, what in the world is going on here in Scandia, Kansas? What the flippity floppity is that? This is a weird looking storm. This storm right now is producing 70 mile per hour winds and golf ball sized hail. It kind of looks weird. If you look at the latest radar scan, bottom right, there's a giant hail core. That is one weird looking, like, I mean, this is like a shelf cloud. He's kind of underneath the whale's mouth is what we call it. I don't know if Godzilla is currently forming or something, but this kind of looks funky. So that's happening right now in Scandia, Kansas. We're going to keep an eye on John McKinney's really weird storm structure. We also have some storms ongoing right now across the Tennessee Valley and Arkansas. Right now, no severe weather is currently happening here. We did have 1 or 2 tornado warnings earlier today near Batesville and Jonesboro, but those storms honestly didn't really look that impressive when it came to a tornado threat. Now we're just talking about a giant cluster of thunderstorms, mainly producing a risk of damaging wind gusts. There is a risk also of maybe a brief spin-up tornado as this line of thunderstorms continues to track to the east. The most intense area of this thunderstorms is near Alamo and McKenzie in Tennessee, and this will continue to keep rocking and rolling off to the east over the next little while. This is a live shot currently of what's happening out there in Tennessee. This is in Gibson County. Nothing too crazy right now, but this is a pretty cool live shot of the large shelf cloud that's rolling in right now. Again, non-severe line of thunderstorms, but if you do live in Tennessee, definitely get ready for some gusty winds, maybe a low-end threat of a damaging wind threat as this line continues to push towards Wildersville, Clarksburg, and as well as Jackson over the next hour or so. But hey, it doesn't look too concerning as of right now. Let's go back over here to Kansas. Once again, right now in northeastern Kansas, we are watching a supercell trying to organize near Reserve. This right now is where a couple of storm chasers are located. I do think there will be 1 or 2 more supercells that do develop in this area here near Manhattan back up towards Marysville. If we go over to satellite imagery right now, and over the last hour, if we kind of loop it here, you can see this little cumulus field that has developed. It is well off to the north. To the north, and then all the storms are bubbling up back over near Superior, and this is eventually going to lead, we think, to at least a couple of rogue supercells. Also, John McKinney, what in the world? This is such a weird storm right now in northern Kansas. This is north of Concordia. The risk of a tornado with this storm is not very high, but look at this.
Yeah, that.
Looks like that is trying to like. I don't think it's really rotating right there, but it is very sus. It is coming well out of the storm.
This thing's reaching out with some. I think some severe gusts here, man.
Riley, I don't think I can fix that.
Says you stick around. We're gonna teach you what wind is.
Yeah, I don't think I can fix that monitor. I think it's just chalked. For the record, guys, I don't know if you guys saw on social media today. I posted it maybe about an hour ago or 45 minutes ago. I have an injury report. All right, you know, the first ever max velocity injury report. I had a leg cramp and my knee really hurts. I don't even know why I'm standing, but we are live streaming. You know, this might be the dumbest tweet I've ever made, but I actually did have a leg cramp and it actually still hurts. I for some reason. So long story. All right, this for those that have been watching our channel for a while. We had a smoothie incident a while ago, right? Happened a month or two ago, back when we had a bunch of tornado warnings, dropped a smoothie on my carpet. And all of a sudden, last night, my cat is like looking at my Jackery unit, which is where I dropped the smoothie. And I'm like, what is she looking at? Is there like just like a bug there or something? There's like 10 ghost ants just like sitting on the Jackery unit. So somehow, some way, there was still residue from the frickin' smoothie. So I had to clean that last night. And so I think one of my monitors got unplugged, but it's not really something I can fix right now. I didn't even realize it happened. So good times. Huge shout out to Becky with the $20 super chat. You're amazing. Keep up the great work. Appreciate that. It sucks getting old. Yeah, I'm really getting old, guys. I'm coming in hot right now in 24 in 6 months. Gotta really lock in. All right, I do want to talk a bit about the risk of severe weather here for today. We haven't really talked about this yet. We do have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk of severe weather in place for today across many areas like Kansas City, back into Springfield, Missouri, Wichita, Kansas, and Tulsa. This is where our highest severe weather threat is going to be over the next few hours. We are expecting 2 rounds of thunderstorms. The first one is going to be a bit more discreet in nature. It is going to try to produce the risk of strong tornadoes and some significant damaging winds and large to very large hail. The second round will be that large line of thunderstorms that is going to march across much of the Ozarks and Central Plains here this evening, even back over into the Midwest. The main concern in this area for today is damaging wind gusts, and I really want to urge everybody that lives in the red and pink to have a tornado action plan ready to go, have flashlights on hand, because power outages are very possible since we are talking about a widespread line of thunderstorms that'll produce numerous to potentially widespread damaging winds from Kansas City and Topeka back into Springfield, Missouri, even Joplin, Pittsburgh, and Nevada. You guys are all in the path of a very significant line of thunderstorms this evening. And even if you're in this little hatched area here, this is where there is a possibility of damaging winds exceeding 75 miles per hour. That goes anywhere from eastern Amarillo all the way back up towards Columbia in Missouri. If you live in the Midwest today, it should be mostly isolated severe weather, but there will be some very large hailstorms with any storms that do go up. There's also risk of some damaging wind gusts and maybe an isolated tornado. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center has our tornado threat mostly confined to the Central Plains and back into the Ozarks. I do think there is a non-zero tornado threat in Illinois. I just don't think it's enough for a 2%. It would be a very low-end threat somewhere in northern Illinois, maybe extreme southern Wisconsin if a storm can get going. Otherwise, we have this large area here where we do have the potential of EF2 plus tornadoes this afternoon and evening. I think the highest threat will be Kansas City, Topeka, back in Emporia, and even as far south as Nevada and back over in Springfield, Missouri as well. We got to watch you guys. And then a 2% tornado threat goes from western Kentucky back into southeastern Missouri and southeastern Nebraska, excuse me. Also, here's a live shot right now from Humboldt, Tennessee. We got a giant shelf cloud right now draping the sky here. We got a non-severe line of thunderstorms producing some really incredible views right now. Anybody out here tuning in from Tennessee in the chat? Got any Tennessee people tuning in right now? This is what's going on out there. It's a beautiful line of thunderstorms right now that is going through, and it's non-severe, which is the best part about it. We got a nice little blue tinge back in there too. This camera doesn't really have that blue tinge, so it's not nearly as pretty. The other one was more pretty. Also, this is what it looks like near Memphis right now. We got some tall clouds out onto the right. You got another large shelf cloud view, very distant here from Memphis, Tennessee. This is what it looks like in downtown Memphis. Got a couple storms just off to your west right now. Again, nothing really too severe as of right now. I do want to point our attention back over to Oklahoma. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning now in effect just to the northeast of Tulsa. This is near Adair, Langley, and Veneta. This is in Mays, Craig, and Rogers counties. That is for golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind gusts right along Interstate 44 right now. We got a lot of storms going up just to the south and west there of Springfield, and these could become severe with time. Back over here to the southwest right now of Springfield, not seeing anything too out of the ordinary, but we got some gusty winds near Aurora. And Monette, maybe some penny-sized hail with that strong thunderstorm that is just outside of Springfield, Missouri. These storms are all probably going to just stay south of Springfield for the next hour, and then maybe an hour or two from now, we could see some storms try to push up in there to the south side of Springfield. We got some strong thunderstorms near Heber Springs and Fairfield going towards Pleasant Plains, and then back over near Memphis, Tennessee, we got that large line of thunderstorms with an outflow boundary very definitive on radar. You can see that line right there. That is your outflow boundary from early back up over towards Covington, and that's going to produce some gusty winds. We also now actually have a severe warning in Tennessee. That is for Henry, Gibson, Weakley, and Carroll counties going towards Paris, which is going to be for a 60-mile-per-hour damaging wind threat as that continues to move off to the east. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Otherwise, no severe warnings in effect right now in the Tennessee Valley. Back over to where Storm Chaser John McKinney is. We got a really major hailstorm right now heading towards Cuba, Brantford, and Haddam. We have a giant hail core right now just southeast of Republic. If we go on over to MRMS radar and look at the hail that is estimated via radar, we are currently getting estimates that hail could be as large as 3.1 inches in diameter. That is possibly the largest hailstone that we have right now falling near Belleville, excuse me. The other storm near Hanover is up to about golf ball size. So these hailstorms are definitely pretty significant. Radar was actually estimating nearly 4-inch sized hail a second ago. I don't know if that's actually verifying right now, but if we got 4-inch sized hailstones falling out of the sky, that is a serious threat. That'd be grapefruit sized hail potentially falling there. Storm Chaser John McKinney's right next to it. I don't think he's going to drive into the storm like the Hailinator would, but he is right next to it, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. We also have some storm chasers out there. Storm chaser Nick Gorman is just...
I have an update for you.
That is loud. Is that loud for you guys, or is that just me? Who has an update? I think that was Ryan Scholl. Go ahead. Ryan Scholl has an update for
I'll
us.
send you the video in just a second, but I almost hit another deer today. Yeah, it's pretty bad luck, I say.
Ryan Scholl almost hit a deer. Thanks for the update. Let me know when you have that video. Apparently, Ryan Scholl almost hit a deer. There are dangers when it comes to storm chasing, guys. It's not just about the tornadoes. It's not just about the other drivers. It's also about the deer, the wildlife. They can be a problem. We also got storm chaser Brandon Payne out here. He's located. He's over in Hiawatha. The storm is starting to organize a little bit on radar. This is the one that is currently just off to the northwest of Highland. And right now, not seeing really any crazy rotation or anything like that, but it is attempting to organize right now. Got a lot of storm chasers sitting still down here just north of Topeka. I do think we're probably going to see some sort of discrete supercell try to form in this area here pretty soon. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. This is a storm chaser. Ryan. Whoa! Oh my God, that was close. You guys see that? This is Ryan Scholl.
Hi. Why did you deviate back into the road, bro? Are you kidding me?
That was a deer. That was a close call. That is one of the dangers of chasing. I've heard multiple chasers hit deer over the last week or two, mainly back over up in Canada and far northern plains. I think 2 chasers. I think Connor Croft hit a deer. Somebody else did too. So again, that is the dangers of storm chasing. It's not just about the drivers. It's not just about the tornadoes. It's not just about the chaser convergence. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into it, guys. Brandon Payne has a really good shot of this storm now over in Brown County. There's actually a little bowl right there. See that little dip in the clouds?
West. This thing's still developing.
Apparently, there was a brief tornado. Cannon Cullen apparently just had a brief tornado.
Patience, Chad.
Do we have video of it?
Be patient here.
I know everybody's frustrated.
Apparently, just a moment ago, we had a brief tornado with this storm here north of Highland. So this supercell here may have just produced something brief. I haven't seen anything yet. We'll see if we get video of it. But that is the one storm that I think has at least some sort of tornado potential here pretty soon. And there is at least a wall cloud, it looks like, trying to form right now in Brown County, which is the storm that we're looking at right now. You can see that large lowering that storm chaser Brandon Payne is on right now. I'm still in EDT. Thank you. Didn't even realize that. Central Time's now on at the top of your screen. This is why I don't ever change the time zones. I actually forget to change the time zones back. Sometimes.
Let's see, how far is that one?
So that is storm chaser Brandon Payne. He's also live in the free Weatherfront app. You can download that with the top link in the description. Jacob McMillan is also on the storm. Here's near Sabetha. I think he's heading westbound right now towards a completely different storm. And then John McKinney, he has a very ominous looking storm here over in Concordia. Storm's looking a little crazy right now. It's had some really crazy structure as well. But there's a large shelf cloud associated with this storm, and this storm may have been producing hail to the size of 4 inches just a moment ago. It's going right into Bellevue right now, or Belleville, and then going towards Cuba and Brantford. Velocities right now on radar are being measured up to about 68 miles per hour or so. So we are seeing some really intense winds heading down towards Brantford and Clyde, just north of Concordia. So get ready for a significant damaging wind threat. All right, since we have about 23,000 of you watching, let's get your location on the map. Let's do a little roll call where everybody's tuning in from right now. You can scan the QR code. There's also a link in the description. The link on your screen is also case sensitive if you want to type it into your browser. So check this out and submit your location. 100% free to do. Get all your locations here on the map. See where everybody's tuning in from on this stream today, and we'll kind of... So this supercell here may have just produced something brief. I haven't seen anything yet. We'll see if we get video of it. Nate, for that. Why is this guy named Cheese Curd? What is going on in here? I have you on my second monitor while I'm streaming Battlefield 6. I'm driving a tank. All right, congratulations. Thank you for all you do. No problem. This is the most normal con I've seen so far. The most normal person. Just saw a Tupac in the bathroom. Sonic, bro, what is going on? Can we please lock in? This is not... Well, what are we talking about? What are these messages? It's raining and I can't catch a bass. Well, you probably don't want to be trying to fish right now with a thunderstorm right next to you. I don't really recommend. Guys, we all got to lock in, please. Thanks for helping. No problem. Anybody on the severe storm right now? We don't have anybody in the severe warning right now near Big Cabin in Oklahoma. This thing just shot off an outflow boundary. Actually just got upgraded to a tornado possible severe warning. Wow. We got a tornado possible severe warning here in northeastern Oklahoma, guys. There's a little area of like low precip rotation that's basically developing right now. Got a little hook echo here just north of Interstate 44. And we definitely have inflow. We'll have to watch the supercell closely. If it can continue to organize, we'll have to watch for a possible tornado threat in Oklahoma. It's near Dare, Langley, and Ketchum right now. Nobody tuning in from there right now. We got some people in Tulsa, though, tuning in, hunkering down. Bixby. I don't know why you're hunkering down right now. There's no storms there. Hey, Andy for the super chat saying anything for Jefferson City, Missouri tonight. Guys, if you don't see storms tonight, you might want to play the lottery in Missouri because, like, I just don't know how you're not going to see storms here tonight. Like, it's almost guaranteed that almost everybody here is going to see some level of rain, at least rain. If you look at like the total precip that's currently being forecasted, the HRRR through 9 in the morning tomorrow has a raindrop everywhere in the state. So everybody should see rain to some extent. Granted, that is the most recent run. This is the run before this, and it actually has a major flooding event taking place near Springfield, Missouri. Look at this. It is showing up to 14 inches of rain near Nixa and Clever. That would be a really significant if it did happen. The more recent run does not show that. It shows only a couple inches, but these model runs tend to sway back and forth a lot, especially when we're closer to an event happening. You can go run by run, and it's going to show something different on every single model run. Kind of a cool feature, too, on Weatherfront that you guys can use. There's a compare runs feature, so that's what I'm using here. It shows you all the different runs here recently, and they're all different. They all change based off of what's happening in real time, and so that's one of the reasons why, like, whenever I show you a future radar, for example, it's not always going to be accurate, like, even on the day of an event. Like, it can seriously be different no matter what. It's always going to be changing, basically, so... By the way, this storm here near Maryville definitely looks like it's getting its act together right now. Rotation isn't really apparent right now, but there's a hook that is developing with a little bit of an inflow coming out of the south right now, going towards Blue Rapids right now. So if we are near this storm, we got to be keeping an eye on this. This is going to be heading really slowly to the east over the next little bit. Also, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. It's a storm chaser, Jeffrey Gonzalez. He's on this storm right now. This storm looks absolutely crazy.
Very heavy.
His audio's having some problems, but look at that. This is a wild looking storm right now in northern Kansas. Right there in the middle of your screen will be the area of interest. That is a crazy looking storm. Hey, super for the sewer chat. Looks like there's possibly some rotation of a hurricane in Jacksonville. There is no hurricane right now in Jacksonville. I can assure you of that. Not for rebroadcast. I don't know why it says that. He's streaming to a broker. I think that's probably for people that are watching as like YouTube stream or something. There is no rotation near Jacksonville. There was briefly, it looked like, or at least some sort of divergent signature. Looks like a funnel. It looks funky, I'll say that. This is the storm north of Barnes right now. We got this area of in severe weather on Tuesday. So we definitely got to keep an eye on you guys there as we go in. Into the middle of the week. But over here in Kansas City, we got a lot of people wanting to watch the World Cup, maybe got outdoor activities, maybe going to a concert tonight. You might be going to McDonald's and eating outdoors, but you might have to take that burger indoors instead. I don't know what you're doing over here, but if that's something that you're planning on doing, we should stay on a high alert tonight because storms are very likely in your area tonight. Ryan says we're waiting for the craziness. Sue's tuning in as well. Tar says, chat, should I be worried? What do we think, guys? So we think Tar should be worried in Topeka. I don't know why I'm asking you. I'm the meteorologist. Also, this is the storm right now that has that max alert for a tornado threat near Maryville. It is highly contaminated on radar, but
Very nice.
it's a crazy looking storm here.
A new tornado.
Oh, well, they have tornado
warning
warning.
has been issued.
We now have a tornado warning here in Kansas. That'll be for those here near Maryville, I believe. That is, yep. All right, there you go. So we got now a tornado warning. We issued that max alert well ahead of time for you guys over here near Maryville. This is for Marshall and Washington counties. If you are in that red polygon, you need to be taking shelter now and putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible, and you've got to get away from windows, all right? This is turning into a pretty dangerous storm right now, and it's going to try to produce a tornado, we think, here over the next 30 minutes or so. Might even do it as soon as the next few minutes. Got a large hook echo developing. We got that large inflow that is also going right into the supercell and a giant hail core near Maryville, and this is going to track towards Blue Rapids and Frankfort. So take shelter if you're in this warning. Watch out there in Frankfort for sure. We got some people on the edge here of Maryville that are tuning in here, or Marysville. Love your streams. Anytime there's bad weather nearby, I'm watching your live updates. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. Look at this. Look at this view right here from Storm Chaser Zach. That is a giant shelf cloud. If we had a tornado, it'll probably be wrapped in the rain, but I mean, the clouds are incredibly low here. This is one wild looking storm, guys.
Definitely spinning, but I feel like the wall cloud's like gonna wrap in the rain back there. I just very HP looking, but it's definitely farther away than it looks because it's still north of Waterville.
We also got Jeffrey right up and close with this. You can see all the motion right there on the left. A lot of rising motion.
Tornado warned.
But
Tornado warned.
look at the inflow tail going in right there on the right. That's inflow. It's warm and moist air that's streaming into the area of circulation. That helps to spin up tornadoes. And especially with a discrete supercell like this thing might be ready to go here in a few minutes. Definitely looks pretty crazy.
Light of it, but this is just a terrible place, road hole, where this is
This shelf cloud has taken up so much of the sky here. Thank you, Hannah, for the super chat. Thank you for the coverage the past few days.
Getting a little bit of
Kept me safe and prepared for the south side of Chicago. No problem. I can help you there in Chicago. Once again, if you're just tuning in, tornado warning in northern Kansas right now. This is going to be heading down in the direction of Topeka, Manhattan, and Kansas City down the line. We do have a area of rotation that we're kind of looking at right now. Don't really see a definitive, we don't see a tornado right now, but I would say what we're looking at here is definitely where a tornado is going to try to form, especially since we can see the inflow tail on the right, which is that large, thin area of cloud on the right side of your screen, which we can't really see it anymore. It was more visible a second ago. But he's up close and personal with this storm right now. Storm Intermedia is in this storm.
What are you doing? Trying to get around this guy?
I don't know if that's legal. Thank you, Mike, excited for becoming a member, and Lad for the super or for becoming a member. They're inside of the storm, though.
So, I mean, the hail? You can wait.
Oh, now it's legal.
Bro, that eastern cell is not look good. I don't know what they're saying.
So off to the right will be the area of interest. They're right inside of the storm. They're actually pretty close to the hail core too. They are in Marysville. They're going south on US Highway 77 right now. You can see the clearing out here.
There's a stone. There we go. Here come a few stones. We're gonna pop out of the rain.
Are they saying scone or am I just deaf? I want a scone. Back to Jeffrey, who's looking right into this thing. Governor Media is now looking towards it.
I think it's just to our northwest, Garrett. I think it's just to the northwest.
We'll see if we can see anything, guys.
Hopefully I didn't jinx myself, but I think it's just to the northwest. The big stuff. We got some,
They are starting to get hit by hail right in the middle of this storm. You can hear it pelting their car. It's not very large yet, but they are on the edge of that hail core.
Yeah, there's another one forming to our south. So it might.
Jeffrey's now repositioning, and then you also got Zach coming out of the south. You can see that large blue tinge back in the supercell too, which is because of the sunlight. It's at a certain angle right now. It's on the horizon. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how you say it. It's like 40 degrees probably to the west. So it's angled at a way where it's basically reflecting off the water droplets. So that's why I had that large blue tinge there on the left, which is pretty fascinating. Hey, Sean, for becoming a Maximum Velocity member.
We're out of the bright colors, so.
Storm Media is right inside of the storm right now. If we go back over to live radar, you can see that large hook echo still present. Still got a very clean inflow notch going into this thing as well. Big hail core also currently located near Maryville. Rotation isn't super strong right now, but it was pretty strong a moment ago. I do, again, think this is very contaminated via radar, but I do think this is a more legitimate tornado risk now than it was maybe 10 minutes ago, even though the velocities look weaker. It's actually in the right place of this supercell now. Back over near Cuba and Haddam, we still have a significant damaging wind threat right now. This is where we do have a little pink eye alert in place right now for those in Republic, Washington, and Cloud counties due to the fact we have significant damaging winds happening. Got probably some cow manure and dust kicking up, so if you live over here in Republic, Washington, and Cloud counties, watch out. Don't be outside while that storm rolls in. Also, this storm over here near White Cloud looks pretty interesting still. I know we have a couple storm chasers that have opted to stay on this storm, including storm chaser Cannon Colton, Nick Gorman, and Brandon Payne. And this actually looks kind of crazy, guys. Look at this. Not that. Look at that. That's a blue screen. Look at this. This is Brandon Payne. Looks a little interesting right now. This is going to be heading in the direction of St. Joseph. Cannon's actually kind of underneath it right now. Hey, Addy for the super chat. I think Beatrice is probably going to be clear here soon.
Pavement like this.
Well, that storm looks a little funky right now. Go back over to our tornado warning. Can't really see much from this angle, but you can at least see that shelf cloud. Storm Intermedia is also right next to this thing. Going back over here to that tornado warning, latest scan, not showing a tight area of rotation, but still a large hook echo. We can actually look on the Weatherfront app at the instant rotation tool. And according to the MRMS radar product for instant rotation, it was actually very tight at 5:18, which is 10 minutes ago, and has gotten a little bit broader with time. I personally don't think it was very tight. I do think just based off of what we're seeing radar analysis wise, like the velocities, yes, they look tight at 5:18, but I think that was
Guys, imagine you were a Roblox legend with millions and millions of followers, but then you die, or the world thinks you're dead. That's exactly what we're gonna be reacting to. The Roblox legend who faked her death. Why would she want to fake her death? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Again, this is another video from Cube Inc. You're getting a subscribe, there you go, and a like the video, which you guys should do that too. But anyways, let's see why this person faked her death. Maybe she was getting a bunch of hate. Here we go.
Imagine being loved by millions online.
Okay.
Only to pass away.
R.I.P.
and completely lie about it.
Oh my goodness. So she became evil?
On December 11th, 2015, an account
2015. That was 11 years ago. Some of you guys weren't even born.
was registered to Roblox under the name AL. She would go on to amass incredible amounts of money and eventually give it all away.
I know no one's gonna see this, but thank you, AL. The world needs more people like you.
After changing the lives of thousands of strangers, she quickly became a role model for millions of kids.
Okay. W girl.
Inspired me to become a kinder person. Thank you.
Protect her at all costs.
But to understand why she would fake her death, scam her fans, and much more, we need
Whoa, what just happened? So she was a nice person giving out Robux and now she's scamming?
to rewind to one fateful day.
Uh-oh.
After hitting 1 million Roblox followers, people
okay.
started asking themselves, who really is AL? Sure, she's a player with a yellow robe, a yellow crown, and an endless amount of money, but no one knows who's really behind the monitor. Because unlike most celebrities, AL never showed her face, never used her voice, and never explained what AL even stood for. And if you went to her Roblox profile, she had no one added besides one person, and no social media besides her Roblox group, her only form of contact with her fans. Now
So all she said was love you guys. Why do I have a feeling this is probably some like old man, 63-year-old man just behind the screen?
That's a red flag.
Very red flag.
When confronted about this in a Roblox game, her behavior would change. She would go from being very talkative to very silent. And even stranger, it would instead be this guy who would respond.
Let's save that for another day. Ha.
In fact, in each of these sightings, this player in a paper hat can be seen right next
Yo, that one is scary. What is that? Nah. Why is there just some dude behind her?
to her, speaking for her.
We appreciate your questions, but we're really busy right now.
And denying everything. And while this could be for privacy reasons, people found it odd how defensive this was, like she was hiding something that we weren't meant to see.
Just please don't tell anyone. See, unlike her, I tell you guys everything. But why would she fake her death? We're still not there yet.
And it would only get worse when one day, an anonymous user named The Whistle dropped a post alleging that AL, the friendly millionaire, might not even be human, but instead a social experiment purely designed to study human behavior.
She's AI before AI was even popular.
She's not even human. You're all part of an experiment.
This was a crazy claim, but given everything we know about her so far, this actually seemed possible. I mean, what was she known for besides giving away money? And how did she even acquire this money in the first place? Was AL just created to study us humans? Was her entire existence a complete lie?
Dropping proof soon. Get ready.
The post exploded with everyone believing it, until 1 week later, when it was suddenly...
An insider source has confirmed to me that she is not a singular person, but instead a social experiment purely designed to study human behaviors. Oh my goodness, she's AI.
Deleted?
The message got deleted. She took it down. 28 days.
Being this close to uncovering her identity, it was suddenly retracted. But that's not the weird part, because shortly after, the original poster started doing Robux giveaways.
Congrats to these 5.
It's very ironic, as if something or someone changed his mind. But there's no way to confirm because his next posts were completely irrelevant. Wait, no. Hold on a sec. Pause. Now zoom in. His Roblox username, TungstenDave82. Maybe with this sliver of info, we can find some answers.
Okay. Got the username.
Can someone explain this?
Wait, what? So she tweeted the message herself?
Answers.
We gotta dive deeper.
Can someone explain this?
Huh? Besides her sidekick, this was the only person that AL was friended to.
Oh, so they're friends. But then why would he expose her, saying that she's AI?
What? Why would she want to be friends with someone who tried to expose her? Well,
Exactly.
when connecting the dots, something becomes increasingly clear. AL was probably paying him off to silence the truth, to hide her identity.
Oh!
I mean, why else would the post be deleted, and how else could he obtain all this money? And to make things worse, shortly after, her sidekick posted this.
Hey everyone. Any questions about AL's identity will be deleted. So it's best to stop now.
Adding on to the suspicions.
Uh-oh.
This is bad. Don't let your guard down, y'all. We will find her.
Your identity will be revealed. It's just a matter of time.
Yo. Oh my goodness. I'm literally watching Netflix right now. 16 days. Uh-oh.
Just as people were onto her, she would go offline for an entire day. At first,
That's not
no
that
one
bad.
really noticed, as we all need a break sometimes. But as the days ticked away, she remained offline. 1 week, 2 weeks, still nothing.
Okay, she could just appear offline. 2 days until the incident. Uh-oh.
Has anyone heard from AL? I'm starting to get worried.
Guess she's making a run for it, lol.
Guys, don't panic. She's just taking a break.
You're all idiots. It's just a desperate attempt to hide her identity.
What if
Uh-oh.
something really bad happened to her?
Uh-oh. 1 day until the incident. 0 days.
Please read.
Document.
Sir Hawkins here. I'm typing this at 3 a.m. because I can't fall asleep. So I need to get this off my chest. My sister AL has gone missing. The window was open and she was gone from the house. The only thing I could find was a goodbye note written in red ink, sitting on her bed. She hasn't responded to our calls. Her details will stay private, but please spread the word. AL is missing. Please spread the word. AL is missing. Please spread the word. AL is missing.
What? My sister? Okay, so Hawkins is the brother and AL is the sister. So his sister's missing. She left the window and left a note in red ink. Okay.
The news spread quickly, and everyone grew worried.
Stay safe. Don't give up.
I can't imagine what you're going through. I'm so sorry.
Sester, don't you mean your little experiment?
Oh!
So she decides to go missing right after people bring up her identity.
Oh?
Don't be fooled, you all.
Oh?
Stop playing into their experiment.
Oh my god, it could be still an experiment. March 2024.
2 months have gone by and AL was never found. And on May 5th, 2024, AL's brother would make one final statement.
Okay.
After a lot of thought, I've decided to quit Roblox. This platform keeps reminding me of her and it hurts too much. It's been great knowing you all, but for my own safety, I have to go. Maybe I'll return, but I don't know. Sir Hawkins, signing out.
The nail in the coffin. It was clear AL was gone and she wasn't coming back.
What is she doing there? Or was she?
So, in the following week, fans created Roblox games to honor her legacy. They weren't perfect, and some even got dislike bombed, but still, they were filled with passion and memories of her kindness.
I didn't get any Robux from her.
More people like you.
And because this was such a wholesome movement, what came next was the most horrific turn this story could have taken.
What? She's all of a sudden a killer that killed 25 people in real life.
Horrific turn this story could have taken. On May 7th of 2024, a familiar user would come online and their bio would change to one word. People began to notice this player in their servers, and they couldn't help but feel a sense of familiarity, because this player was none other than AL.
my
The
god.
community was shocked.
She
not
faked her
just
death?
because they've been lied to and played with for months, but because of her new behavior.
Why is she acting like
In each
that?
of these sightings, she would spout absolute nonsense.
Drought in you breaks out a 5th year, and I can't a half of a sudden. Fall back and looks around for a bit of help me out with that pain. This person, I trust him that this is a serious issue for you all.
Before leaving this...
What is she talking about? That's the type of chat that happens when you hop on Brookhaven in some 2
What the heck did I just tune into? Where'd that dog come from?
Oh my gosh, he's falling in my arms.
Where'd this dog come from?
What a good boy. What a good boy. Yeah.
Bro, what the heck? Where'd this come from? There's another one. What the dog doing?
Back to the storm.
We got 2 of them.
Not bad. Definitely got a good cut. This thing's starting to rotate.
That was one of the weirdest transitions I've had.
Might be a road up here potentially. Oh my gosh! Look at this thing! Are you kidding me? This thing's a monster!
Ryan Scholl is so funny. This is on the tornado warning storm in northern Kansas right now.
Or is a road. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me?
Me when my mother makes cookies for me.
Oh god, there's so many trees, bro.
Ryan is losing it. I think he is too.
Good golly, man!
Hey, Aggies, for becoming a member. So that's the tornado warning storm, which they are going to go ahead and cancel the tornado warning. It is going to try to recycle as it moves towards Frankfurt and Onaga here soon. And now they're now out of the car petting the dog. Bottom middle of your screen, we got a PDS dog intercept. There are multiple dogs currently located in Brown County, Kansas. This is a particularly doggy situation.
Wow! Are you kidding me right
Sorry,
we also
buddy,
got
this is in Enderland. You're not allowed in my car.
this wall cloud too.
We're just gonna get more belly rubs.
Thank you, Saria, for becoming a member.
Please be careful. Don't let him in my car. Oh!
Over here.
Allie.
Over here. Come on, go home.
And check yourself for ticks too. Jeez.
There might be
Stressing me
ticks. This is getting shocked. Ticks and dogs. Thank you, Aggies, for becoming a member.
Thankfully, I have leggings on, so.
In all seriousness, this storm might try to produce a tornado at some point. We're going to keep an eye on it. And then Ryan
Road
Scholl
work.
has one of the craziest structures that we've seen so far this year.
Any rotation in there?
I think the only thing crazier that I've seen so far was the
Yeah.
structure in Sioux Falls.
Make sure I'm not sitting in the road.
Hey, Yak for the super chat. Yo, Max, I'm gonna lie, that